Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Dickson Gunjuri.
Basi jina yake ni Dickson Gunjuri.
I'm here as your MC today, Master of Ceremony.
Basi yeye ni mratibu wa siku ya leo.
And I want to welcome everyone for the Nairobi Waldorf School Trust.
Na basi anawakaribisha nyinyi nyote kwa ajili ya shughuli ya leo.
Hii inaitangwa groundbreaking.
Siku ya leo ni siku murua.
I've confused him a bit. I went to Kiswahili and he couldn't jump on that.
Nice.
This is our humble teacher, Charles.
Huyu ni mwalimu wetu wa Kiswahili ambaye ni mwalimu Charles.
And he's here to back me up when I need backup.
Na basi ako hapa kwa ajili ya kusaidiana kwa hii kazi.
Sometimes there are people who don't hear the language I'm speaking.
Kuna wale ambao hawawezi kusikia lugha ambayo nazungumza.
So we will have a translator here or there.
Kwa hivyo yeye atakuwa mkalimani.
And he will make sure that ukalamani, whatever you say, it is done well.
Na atahakikisha kwamba ukalimani umefanywa barabara.
And whatever you don't know, you take notes, record.
Na kile ambacho haujui basi fanya kunakili. Kunakili.
So take your notes. Today you're going to learn a lot of Swahili.
Basi andika mahali ili uweze kusoma pamoja nasi.
As we learn to love you now, as the words overcome asunder, we feel and we achieve.
Good morning, everyone. I am really excited to be standing here today for this momentous occasion of the groundbreaking in our new school. It has been a real journey. Are we all excited? It's not just me. I can't hear that. Are we excited? So am I. It really has been a journey. We started out with needing to leave our old school, Miotoni campus, which we're all going to leave in September of this year. And we needed a new place. And we have really looked for a place. I think Yoko has looked at over 100 places. Is it over 100? I think possibly more than that, looking for a place. And then this kind of just fell into our laps. This beautiful compound, a compound with a forest in it. We're really lucky people, aren't we? I think we're really lucky we made. So today, I will not say too much. I just really want to thank everybody in the community, the parents, the teachers, the staff, the children, our consultants, everybody who has brought us here today, because it has been a lot of work. I cannot say enough what a beautiful compound we have here today, and what we want our children to be able to do, thinking, willing, feeling children in this place. And so without further ado, I'd like to start us off with a verse that Rudolf Steiner once gave at the dedication of a building. I think it is fitting for what we are here to do today. I understand this is called a consecration verse. May there reign here spirit strength in love. May there work her spirit light in goodness, born from certainty of heart and from steadfastness of soul, so that we may bring to young human beings bodily strength for work, inwardness of soul, and clarity of spirit. May this place be consecrated to such task. May young minds and hearts here find servers of the light, endowed with strength, who will guard and cherish them. Who will guard and cherish them. Thank you.
Wazazi, walimu, wageni, hamjambo. So I've been told, as you just heard, that I have 2 things to say. I was given 20 minutes, but we need to hurry it up, right? Yes, we do. So initially, we had this time to think about, well, what is it we do here? What is Waldorf doing for the world? What impact does it have on the world? So let's just give a bit of time to think about that. I wonder if you can think back to being a child, what you thought of the world, images you had for your life, hopes you had for your life. Has the world changed since then? And our grandparents of the community and our great-grandparents, what have they seen in the time of their lives? Enormous change. So when we're thinking about what does Waldorf do for the world, let's first of all really catch sight of the fact that the world is unpredictable, full of change. Imagine what we've seen in the last 3 years, hey? Through COVID, all the changes that are happening globally. If nothing else, the wish we'll have for our children is that they are able, when we let them go, to be flexible, to cope with change, to be confident in the face of unpredictability. So, this is a place where today there is something offered for this world, just locally. This is a place where parents and teachers plan, dream, work together. That in itself is something very valuable, that your children are watching. They're learning from this. In the early years, in the kindergarten, our schools provide a haven where children can come and be themselves and learn in their own sweet time, unhurried, to see what the world has around them. The learner is the center of everything. So, life is protected to begin with, and then the children are really encouraged to meet, to learn about the world, to come towards the world through lots of experiences, to make it their own, to make learning full of meaning, take meaning from it. By the time they get to high school, we need to be careful to provide them with a world that still has delight and beauty, nature, and lots of movement. Then, hopefully, the dreams you've had for your children will become dreams for the world, realities for the world. We'll let go students who are confident in themselves, who have grown an empathetic, curious relationship with the world. And is this not what our world needs? Thank you very much, everybody.
Good morning. Is it still morning? Afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you're all having a good day. My name is Shiko Maura. I joined this school. I was in this school for 8 years. I joined in 2010. That was 12 years ago. Oh my gosh. My journey in Waldorf from grade 1 to grade 8 was amazing. I can't even explain to you how great it was to be in grade 1 and doing those form drawing and learning my times tables with rhythmic movements, and then going into grade 6 where I'm doing kind of like fine art, shading, grade 7 perspective drawing, so many things. And I feel like I grew in so many ways. Firstly, like my creative eye was opened even more, because I believe everyone has that creative eye. But what Waldorf does is it nurtures that creative spark that everyone has. Also, Waldorf gave me an environment to think, and to think without feeling ashamed of being wrong or right, allowing me to be curious. No thought that I had was wrong or right. I was guided by my teachers. There's a very personal relationship with everyone, which I love. There's a relationship with not only the teachers, but all the staff that works in the school. I even developed a relationship with nature that I have till now, that has made me very passionate about climate change and other environmental things. I was also asked to speak on Waldorf's impact on the world, and I think the best way to describe that is how I transitioned from grade 8 to now the high school I went to. I went to West Nairobi School across the road, across the Miotoni campus. That's where I did my 4 years of high school. And I would say that I transitioned very easily. I was able to adapt. I was flexible, as what Waldorf's mission says. I was able to adjust to being in an environment where you're not really doing creative things in every class, but I was still able to like think and go along with the system. And I was very good. Let me just say I had all A's. Let me just tell you guys. Let me just tell you. And I believe it's because of Waldorf, because I had this mindset that I can do it. Like what I put my mind to, I can do it. Yes, it's hard, but you can do it because you're a Waldorf child. You have this courage and you have this bravery that I saw not many of my classmates had. I'm also like all-rounded. So right now, where I am on a gap year, and I am hoping to go to university to study economics and finance. But because I am a Waldorf child, I have this creativity that has to be fueled. So I'm doing fashion on the side. So I create things and I style people as well. So yeah, so I'd say like one of the problems I have is I have too much. I have too many options. That's a very good option that a Waldorf child has. You have so much. You can do math, you can do science, but you can still do your creative stuff. And I think the world needs people like that. You need people who can do anything and everything. And that's what a Waldorf child is. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really a pleasure every time I come here. It's really nice to see how engaged the whole school community is, the parents, the teachers, the students from the beginning of the project. I wanted to start just very quickly by saying thank you to especially Mr. Kyoko, Mr. Tom, the construction committee and the rest of the board. You've been extremely supportive and extremely helpful during all this process. I just wanted to say that this is a very special project for us because first of all, there's a lot of alignment between our offices and Waldorf philosophy when it comes to pushing the limits of creativity, respect for nature, biodiversity, thinking outside the box. And I think this is a project where we are managing, unlike many others, to do that. And again, that's something to thank Waldorf for allowing us to push the boundaries of design. I'll just quickly try to walk you through our design process, how we've come about with this master plan and the design of some of the classrooms. You have some of these panels, I believe, will be kept there, and we're happy to share this and any other information. But first, I guess the first thing we realized out of this roughly 4-acre plot is the incredible amount of biodiversity. Now we're in the middle of almost like a forest, and we know how much trees are important for Waldorf schools. And obviously one of the requirements from your side, but also from our side, was to protect as much as possible that biodiversity and encourage or push, if possible, for even greater interaction. So once we understood the program that you wanted, the number of classrooms, the number of buildings, we sort of grouped it together and started to identify potential areas within the plot where we found clearings in the forest, areas where there were not so many trees, so that we could, sort of like place our buildings around. We have the existing buildings in the center, which correspond to the existing house, the lab store, which have a very traditional, let's say, language, of stone and mortar, heavy rectangular buildings. we didn't want to forget about that. We wanted to also integrate with that part. So that will remain as administration and shared services, things like labs, music room, library, teacher's room, curative room, and so on. Organized around 2 small clusters, but sort of following that architectural language, no? Albeit using timber for cladding and still providing a sort of Waldorf aesthetic. We wanted to keep this in the center so that the rest of the program could use it. Then once this was set, we decided to scatter the rest of the classrooms around the plot, forest. And that's why you see it almost looks like a little village, no? Each classroom is like its own house. And if you pay attention, each of the years, so we have the secondary, pre-primary, and primary, is organized around a small cluster, a small community, no? Like, again, trying to emphasize that feeling of community. Again, 2 things. First, Waldorf philosophy inspiration, and second, the existing biodiversity in the plot. Now we're in the middle of a forest with a lot of biodiversity. We have insects, animals, plants, so many different living creatures that we felt like our class could be a supporting ecosystem for that biodiversity, and also an opportunity for the children to learn about this biodiversity and interact with them in a direct way. No, we almost thought of this idea of a wall where the children are learning in firsthand, like directly from what's happening inside, right? So our proposal is to, well, I'm assuming some of you may have already been to the class that we're building, is to build 2 translucent sheets, a wall made out of 2 translucent sheets that allow for the vision to go through, filled with natural matter found on site. So at the bottom, we'll have some layers of soil, which will be taken from the excavated soil from the foundations. And then as we go up, we'll have lighter and lighter layers of other organic matter like leaves, branches, and so on. The idea is that these will be reclaimed and occupied by different natural living creatures, no? Like plants, like ants, like worms, birds. We will even poke some holes on the outside of the wall so that we allow for plants to grow, and it will look a bit like a green facade.
And we had to do it physically, so that when you come to school, you know where we are and where we are going. So I'll start from the bottom here. Can everyone see? So it says Kenya shillings 1,008,000 staff contribution. Where are the staff? Before even we began with this project, the staff have already done what? Put 1,080,000 on us. Like, where's the target? How much more do we have to go? Just 14 million. I mean, we are here now. We are here. You see, this thing will be here. It's a magnetic board. So when I put it here, this is where we are. That's where we'll be. But the goal is to get where? Everyone. See, that's easy.
I'm Nicholas Washira. I teach history, theory of knowledge, and also extended essay. So I've been teaching IB diploma for the last 8 years. I think we are having, okay, let's get here. So 10 reasons why we should, study IB diploma program. And for more information, IB diploma has 4 sections. We have IB primary years, we have IB middle year, we have IB diploma, whatever we are offering at the moment, and also we have what we call IB career-related program. So number 1, to increase, it increases academic opportunity, of course, and the reason why it increases opportunity, academic opportunity, simply because we usually train our students to be students who can research independently. So that is the reason why they take one of the courses known as extended essay. Extended essay, this is where a student is supposed to write a research paper that is between 3,500 words to 4,000 words. 4,000 words, that is. So that is number one. Number two, IB students care about more than just results. Why? Not only the results. Not only the results. We usually have something we call creativity, activity, and service. So this is where the students get to have the experience outside the classroom. So it's not all about the 6 subjects that they usually take in class, but we usually get to tell them, you know what, you need to go out and to be creative and also offer service outside the class. Number 3, it encourages you to become a confident and independent learner. So this is also through the extended essay, whereby they usually write using their own words and they research independently. Then we go to number 4. It's an international qualification. So most of the universities, you know, locally and also abroad, they usually accept those students who have qualified to earn their diploma all over the world. So for you to earn a diploma, you need to have a minimum of 24 points out of 45 points. So it's only that we have limited time. I could have explained more about on how to acquire the 24 points and which are the criteria. Then we go to number 5. Graduates are globally minded. So in IB, we have what we call international mindedness. Whenever we are teaching each and every subject, we usually bring the aspect of international mindedness. Then we go to number 6. The IB encourages critical thinking. Of course, this is also through what we call another core, theory of knowledge. In fact, I've mentioned 3 cores: theory of knowledge, extended essay, and CAS, creativity, activity, and service. So when you talk of, you know, encouraging critical thinking, this is where now we get to teach the students on how, you know, whatever you know, why do you know it? This is through what you call theory of knowledge, TOK. Then you get to number 7. DP students have proven time management skills. So I'll take you through, okay, it's only that we don't have enough time, but we have what we call the IB learner profile, whereby we usually say, if you're an IB student, IB diploma student, you need to be caring, open-minded, you know, you need to be, you know, a thinker, you know. So, you know, in terms of management skills, time management skills, we usually have what we call the early components. For example, the extended essay. So it is a process whereby the student get to understand on how to manage their time. From the time they get to write the first draft up to the last draft that they usually write. Not only extended essay, all the subjects usually have what we call internal assessment, either a research paper, and for other subjects, we usually have what we call individual oral assessment. For example, the languages are like French and Swahili, and also, I bet, a lang lit. And we go to number 9, subjects are not taught in isolation. Subjects are not taught in isolation. That is the reason why we have the 3 cores. Maybe for those who have gone through the Kenyan system, we can talk of the compulsories. Like, you know, the Kenyan system, we have Kiswahili, mathematics, and English. Those are the cores of the 844 system. Here in IB, we have the cores. TOK, theory of knowledge, extended essay, and also we have what we call creativity, activity, and service. So that is the reason why we are saying that subjects, for example, when I teach history, I cannot fail to mention about how do we acquire the knowledge, you know, the history knowledge. They need also to get to understand how they acquire different knowledge. Then we go to number 10. Finally, it encourages breadth and depth of learning. So this is also through extended essay. And I've said different subjects have different, you know, early components. There are those who write, and there are those who do what we call an individual or oral assessment. I think that's all. For next time, we shall talk more about IB. Asante.
My name is Betty Sianda. I'm a parent in Lavington campus to Jaya, who's in class 4. And then I am a board chair. First, I am a parent, then a board chair. So we are now going to move to the groundbreaking. I'm about to hand this mic back to our able MC, Vijay.
Today, on the 1st of October, at the NWST campus in Nandi, the Nandi campus, I want everyone to be ready to see the most important thing that brought us here, which is a groundbreaking. Can everyone shout yeah as they put the shovel in? Let's go! Yeah!
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to take this opportunity to make the final remarks as well as a vote of thanks. And I would like to start by thanking all the parents, the members of staff, and the children for gracing this day. It was indeed a great day for all of us, and we are grateful that we have seen it end joyfully the way it started. We are also grateful because of our able MC, one of our parents. We feel very much honored. Thank you very much. And looking forward to having more and more MCs from parents. I'm happy Wanakimanzi will be the next one. So we are doing very well. Thank you very much. We also want to thank our parent, Kagwiria Kimathi, who has always been out to help us with tents and deco and making our events look beautiful. And I want also to thank our fundraising committee members. As it was said by the chair, we met throughout the week, and this started actually last week, but one. And I'm happy to see all that we planned has come to pass, and very successfully. I would not also forget to thank our parents once more because of the support that they have accorded the staff, they have accorded the board, and they have also accorded their children through making sure school fees is paid. So without taking much time, I would humbly want to say that we are honored and we are grateful that you all made time to come for the groundbreaking ceremony. So we are done with the event and you are free to leave at your leisure. For those who have not taken lunch, we have lunch at a moderate fee. Welcome. Thank you very much.
The healthy social life is found when, in the mirror of each human soul, the whole community finds its reflection. And when in the community, the virtue of each one is living. Thank you.